Honorable K.Kirwa, just a few, all right? But you see, when they took over power in 2022, Deputy President Gachagua declared that freedom had come. As President Ruto promised that his deputy would not undergo the tribulations just mentioned, as Barack said earlier on. But look at that. You said you're a student of body language?
Yes.
Is this good for the country? Barack said he would encourage people from his
conversation. I didn't say
so
walk. I didn't say walk.
This does not look like a conversation.
That's a war cry. It's not a conversation.
Okay.
But conversations must take place.
Honorable Kirwa.
Yeah. Doris, I think it's very interesting, but I always believe that in a civilized society such as ours, we can resolve some of these conflicts if we are able to go to the fundamentals. You see, what is the real war? The issue is not even about the positions that somebody is a majority leader, somebody is this, somebody is that. The war is fundamentally about resources. That's why the Rigathi Gachagua, just a few days before Limuru 3, he talked about one vote, one shilling, one person, 1 shilling.
One vote, some add 1 kilometer.
Yes.
Yes.
So, but because we have refused, I've told you that we have a problem of trust deficit. The next problem is that we pretend a lot. Why am I saying this? If the issue is about resources, why don't we put on the table and we create enough permutations that what are the 3 parameters or 4? The ones I can quickly remember is population should not be ignored. It is an important factor. But we must also realize that some of the people, you may have 20,000 people in a constituency, but the constituency is so expansive that certain services cannot get to the people in good time.
Honorable Kirwa, I'm sorry to interject.
Yes.
You served as Minister of Agriculture
in
Kibaki's administration.
Yes.
You have served, of course, and we have a constitution that has served since 2010. We have revenue allocations. We have budgets.
Yes.
Now we're looking at the Finance Bill 2024.
Yes.
I mean, what's new this far? We have even surpassed our constitutional review, which is not anyone's fault, but our own.
No, I think possibly I'm not communicating well. What I'm saying is that there are 3 fundamental things, in my opinion, that can serve in terms of the resource that we are fighting.
Okay.
And at this stage, because those who do conflict management, they tell me there are 2 sources of conflict. One is resources, the other one is belief. So we are at the point of resources. What is the problem with the resources? It is because we must appreciate population is a factor, the landmass is a factor, and also historical challenges or injustice is a factor. The 3 combined and given different weighting measures, we can get enough permutations that as leaders, we don't have to go to the calculations. We'll be given permutations. In this permutation, this is what we are saying for Kakamega, because of landmass and population. This is what we are saying for Trans Nzoia. This is what we are saying for Kiambu. This is what we are saying for Homa Bay. And once we agree nationally, we will not be fighting. Otherwise, this is just sponsored to polarize the country. Because I think the sitting president is a bit unsure of the Mount Kenya bloc. And therefore, he has to create enough trouble in Mount Kenya so that when he goes fishing elsewhere, Mount Kenya is already in trouble because there is an ease in Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya is feared because they comprise 26% of the voting bloc in Kenya. And if they were to combine with Akamba, they will close to 32%. And this therefore means it is going to be a serious problem for the sitting president or somebody who wants to aspire to the presidency. You cannot ignore that bloc. Now, neither can you ignore other blocks because the current constitution is very kind. It is not simple majority. It is 50% plus 1 vote, which means, and also certain number of counties must also be put into consideration for you to be declared the president of the republic. So you have to navigate this landscape carefully without having a rough shot on some of the individuals. The second issue that is very important for us is that leaders should be careful on how not to raise tribal emotions.
Tribal emotions, okay.
Because some of the statements you are seeing, somebody reading from one corner of the republic and the other corner, we are polarizing the country. And once we polarize the country, it is impossible to bring it back to the center.
All right, let me just bring this also close. And you've said